Sorry if I'm late with this one. Hope you enjoyed this one. This is Sullivan Allen's Game My Latest review on Dragon Ball Super Episode 22. This episode was definitely full of surprises, but none that you expect. Sorry that I haven't made the video sooner. It's just that the usual outlet where I get video streaming from, it didn't produce it didn't produce it as I expected. So as a result, I became a lot slower. And I'm also the marathoning One Punch Man. Let's start on the situation right now. Right now they're facing Tagaman. Tagaman has been through hell 4 months as Frieza's training partner, making him a punching bag, and that he endured so much training, like literally. It's way different from what they did in the movie. In the movie, they killed him off. In this, it's way different. I know it's trying to set the pace of the movie, but it's doing it in its own unique way. That's one of the reasons why I do love the anime. And even though it's not the same as Dragon Ball Z, it's following it in its own unique way. Soon we'll get our own original story, aside from just them copying the movies. Like for example, with Champa. I know. I know about Champa, yes. So, anyway, they have to deal with. He's gotten so strong. He keeps literally surpassed them. He literally takes their attack one after the other, like literally, and knocking them back down. He even rips off Piccolo's arm. Like major spoiler, right? Right? He rips off Piccolo's arm. And poor Piccolo, I feel sorry for him in this episode in more than one way, and I'll mention that later. How the one person that lands to have a decent hit is Gotenks. He arrives right there. Alright, it's right there and hits him right in the, you know what, like, that part seriously hurts. The only part that it seriously hurts Takamon, like, literally, that's the only part that hurts, like, right below, and that's messed up. I know that was an accident. I know that was probably a little bit of an accident, but you gotta admit how funny and humorous it is, and also surprising. And everything was looking, a little fine. Tagamon's down, but how Gotenks, he's so arrogant. Like, he wants to challenge Frieza. We all know he can't take Frieza. We all know he can't. But I'm liking that we brought him back, but I'm disappointed that he didn't get a longer story arc. Like, they didn't even put him in the movie. And like the kids, because they were there, but they didn't do nothing. Like, seriously. Boo was asleep. It's kind of messed up, that we got so few characters for the movie, but it was so good either way. It would have been a lot better. I hope when they make movie 3, it's a lot more characters. But how has Gotenks, he's having his moment, talking down to how he split back into Goten and Trunks. But things get even worse. How Frieza, he's angered by when he sees these boys. He sees And you see Goten, he's reminded of Goku, and when he sees Trunks, he remembers future Trunks that killed him. Like, think about it. Technically, Frieza's staying at the same place that did kill him, and it's just that time travel, being so complicated. And that was one of the best part of the DBZ series when they added time travel. I have the power to change their fate. I mean, that was definitely a good story, and very epic. More epic, it made the story even more epic, adding time travel, Back to the Future in inspiration, basically. And, this whole situation with him is off. Things start to go even more complicated as Ginyu Frog shows up. He writes something in the dirt. It says change. Like, if someone would have said the word change, like, literally, and all of a sudden he could morph, I thought it worked like him saying change, Ginyu. But all he has to do is connect to someone and all you have to do is someone to say change and he connects right away. That's definitely way different from the original story. And in the original story, like when he switched bodies with Goku, he did have Goku's body and some of his strength, but he couldn't access all of his original power because his body and mind weren't in sync, basically. But with Tagamon, he has a body of steel, being Frieza's training partner, Ginyu coming back, that was a major twist. A lot of people were like referencing it. Like, this was a major guess in the series because after Tagamon killed the other guy and he started talking trash around Sorbet, he measured his energy level and he's way higher than the Ginyu. I mean, he's probably the strongest person in Frieza's whole crew. Other, other than Frieza himself. That's a major game changer. Now that Ginyu has power, it's in trouble. I like how goofy, I like how this takes me back. How goofy Ginyu was. He's loyal to Frieza. He's a good, he was a strong opponent. He match switched with Goku even though he couldn't beat him. And he used every trick he could, even the body switching, and he couldn't defeat Goku completely. That was definitely very funny. Very funny and very classic. That was classic DBZ. This is a major game change. How Gohan, steps up to be his opponent. Gohan has been very lagging a character throughout the whole series. Ever since the end of Dragon Ball Z, end of Dragon Ball Z, and they brought back the series and the movies. He hasn't shown what he got. I mean, he stopped training. He's a father now. He's working on being a scholar. He's no longer a martial artist. Therefore, he can't bring out his full power. Even though he can go Super Saiyan, he's not at the same level as Goku or Vegeta. So basically, he, like he's been lagging a character. I mean, Takaba took him down the last episode, and that was it. And a lot of people were angry, including for Neverworld. So, I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed as well, because I grew up watching Badass Gohan, Kid Gohan from the Cell games, Mystic Gohan from the Buu arc. Those were my favorite versions of Gohan. This version, not my favorite. Especially in the damn ridiculous jumpsuit. I got a quote from Neverworld again. He looks ridiculous in that. Straight up nerd. Not the Badass Gohan that he's supposed to be, That's the part I missed, I missed that. I missed. How Ginyu, he steps up to be Ginyu's opponent after he just nails everybody. He literally nails everybody, dropping onto the floor. How he managed to get a shot in. How he managed to beat Ginyu in Takama's fight. How he managed to do that. Like he's been lagging as a character, and now they decided to give him his comeuppance. It's like they decided, if you want to give him his comeuppance, give him a moment to shine. Give him in the movie. And if they make movie 3, they gotta make Gohan definitely shine, because he's been lagging a lot as a character. But in the anime and the movies, they've lessened him. How after he beats Ginyu, he says to him to go spare your life and go. If you surrender and leave this planet now, it stains Frieza. It stains Frieza, getting him angry, seeing Gohan show mercy. Like it reminds him of his father. Like Frieza hates Goku literally to his core. He even got a shot in at Gohan in the shoulder, wounding him. I mean, Gohan can take someone like probably Ginyu, but he's no match for Frieza. He's not at his level. Just because of his lack of training, he's not a martial artist. This episode was definitely very, really horrendous. Basically, we didn't see a lot of Goku and Vegeta in this episode. We did get to see them. Apparently, Beerus sent them to a place where they can't use their energy, most of their energy. They have to find a way to move without using most of their energy. Basically, the energy around that place the atmosphere is similar to that of the energy of a god, the ki. And according to Goku Vegeta, it reminds them a lot of the hyperbolic time chamber. And in the hyperbolic time chamber, time is skewed. It's different. Apparently 1 minute in there is literally 6 hours. So imagine spending 1 day, and 1 day is equal to a year. So basically, that's definitely very hardcore or training. It explains a lot. We didn't get this a lot in the movie, but it explains how some of the training they went through to obtain their Super Saiyan God mode, or Super Saiyan Blue, as it being called now. This is definitely a very hard situation for them, and back on Earth, Gohan, he's being tortured by Frieza, literally torturing him, literally putting holes in him, shooting him over and over and over again. And Frieza insulting him, mocking him for being a Saiyan. Frieza detests people who are beneath him. He detests Saiyans. He detests Goku. Like he's doing this just not just so, but also to spite Goku. You know, seeing that he takes pleasure in smiling and putting Gohan down, and how things get from bad to worse. As it's about to kill Gohan, Piccolo comes in and saves him at the day. At that moment, Piccolo becomes the hero of the day because he saved Gohan's life, but it may have cost him his own. Like this is definitely a very hard episode. Like it's not following the flow of the movie, but it's definitely more hardcore. Like when it comes to the emotional side, like like the graphic, the character development. Like it's definitely very harder. Like if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you're watching this and you watch almost all the episodes and you're watching this right now, you gotta understand. I also like how they use stock footage from the original series, like for flashbacks. They've done that over a dozen times, and it's a good move because if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, a genuine Dragon Ball Z fan, that will bring you back some nostalgia because you definitely got that. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed this. Wanted to slow down you on Dragon Ball Super episode 22. Definitely very emotional and a very gritting episode if you watch the end. Trust me. I can't wait for what happens next. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. The episode's probably gonna drop tomorrow. Hope you enjoy. And thank you. Bye.